Hey YouTube, it's Kristen. You're watching Chatterbox Budgets. Thank you so much for joining me for a video today. It is Saturday, October 23rd, 2021. It is almost 6 p.m. here in Salt Lake City, Utah, and we are going to do my weekly check-in for week number 3 of October. And just a refresher, so I am a hourly employee who's paid bi-weekly. However, for the month of October and hopefully for the month of November, I'm moving, or actually probably the rest of the year, I'm going to be doing a monthly budget instead of doing it bi-weekly or by paycheck or whatever you want to call it. So it's been interesting because a lot of things have changed the last couple of months, and so I'm still trying to figure out what I'm doing with everything, and so it's a bit of a little chaotic, but in a good way, I guess. My bills are getting paid, and that's the important part, right? Okay, so what we're going to do is go over my, we'll start with the bills. So, okay, let me see. All right, so we're doing October 15th through October 21st. Can you see that? You can see that. Okay, so the first bill that came out was Comcast for $95.98. Hulu was $13.93. Prime channel for Acorn, it's $6.42 normally, but I believe it was less than that. Those three came out as expected. All three of them are on auto pay, and so they are taken care of. And then to the weekly for the spending, let's see. And I apologize, you guys. It's a very gloomy day, and I probably should have turned the light on. Whoops. Let me do that real quick. Okay, is that better? I think that's better. I can't tell. Anyway, okay, so for the 15th, I did have a personal care cash expense for $21. That was at Walmart, and that was for over-the-counter, behind-the-counter asthma medication. I take tablets because I can't use inhalers to save my life. Not that you guys really need to know that, but you get to hear it anyway. Okay, and then on Saturday, the 16th, we had a lot of transfers, and I did have to put some of them over on the 17th just because there wasn't a lot of space. And because it was a Saturday, some of them posted the next day, like as far as that's the day that said I was paying it, but none of them posted till like Monday or Tuesday as far as my accounts go. So wasn't quite sure where to put them, did the best I could, and I'm still not sure how to do the whole transfer thing. So, okay, so let's start with the Cypress Credit Union. There was a transfer for $25.91 to my Discover card. So there's a withdrawal from my Cypress Credit Union account, it's a checking account, and then there's a credit on my Discover card for $25.91, which paid that card in full. And then for my Capital One Platinum card, there was a balance of $15 that was due. So I paid that out of my Cypress Credit Union checking account. So it's $15 came out of my checking account and paid my Capital One Platinum card in full. And then I had my Venmo Visa card, had a balance of $62.95. I used my Venmo debit card, which had a balance available, not a balance, but like a credit on it. Is credit the right word? Anyway, had funds available. So I paid $62.95 from my Venmo debit card to my Venmo Visa card. So that card was paid in full. Sorry, I know it's confusing. I'm changing things again because it's been confusing for me and I don't like that. So we're going to try to shake things up a little bit better, make them a little bit better. And then for my Capital One 360 account, I transferred from my checking account, I transferred $190 over, and that was to cover the bills and stuff that were coming out this week. So those are all transfers. So really it's just money changing from one account to the other, but they are going to cover expenses. So it's just a matter of reallocating the funds to where the payment's coming from, if that makes any sense. If I'm making any sense. I have to apologize. I worked 45 hours this week and I think my brain melted, but okay. So Amazon on the 17th, there was a charge for $19 for my pet supplies. That was for dog waste bags. I bought not that you guys need to know this, but I bought 900 for that price, and they will last for 6 months to a year. I've been buying them since October 2019. I think this is my third or fourth box. They really do last a long time. Okay, and then Amazon, I also spent $9.11. That was for my shopping digital fund, really. That was for some envelopes that I got to use for my envelope or savings challenges next year. They weren't what I thought they were going to be, but I still paid for them. And then on the 20th, we have a Walmart grocery charge for $42. That was for food. And that was to cover for 2 weeks. So that was the rest of my grocery budget. So yay. Walmart grocery for $13. That was for my pets, supply, pet food, dog treats. And then on the 21st, I had a gas expense at Walmart grocery for $10. That's for the delivery tip that I pay. I take it out of my gas budget because by having them deliver it to me, I don't have to use the gas to get there. And usually I do $7 when my total is less than $75, but they had to bring a lot of like milk cartons and water, liter water bottles. So when that happens, I give them a little bit more because I have to carry it up the stairs. And then on the 21st, I had a charge for $60 for my hair appointment. That came out of my personal, or actually out of my hair care freedom fund, which is part of my personal care categories. So there's that. Yay. Okay. And then we're going to go through and just talk about what I've got left in my accounts right now. So this has to last me till the end of the end of October. So let's go to my, nope, not that. I was working on this earlier, and this is the third time I recorded this video. So, okay. So for auto, my auto, yeah, I've got $56 left in my auto funds for my auto insurance. That should come out on the 28th or sometimes between the 28th and the 31st. For my bills, I have $5.40 left. For fees, I have $75.12 left. For health and fitness, I have $18 left. That's for my gym membership. It'll come out on the 28th. For my home category, I have $9 left, and that is for my home insurance, which will come out on the 28th, between the 28th and the 31st. And then my loan payments, I have 29 cents, which is just the difference between what I budgeted and what they actually took. So, and then transfers are all confusing and messy, but we already talked about those. So the transfers all balance each other out. So that's the hard part, is how do I, could you guys even see that? Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't even look to see if you could see that. Okay. So then for my cash, and I am working on a weekly check-in sheet. I had made one, but it didn't cover everything. And then I made another one, and it was too complicated and covered too many things. And so now I'm trying to find one in between. And I finally realized what I could do is just print one off with lines and then just handwrite everything in with a pencil. And then I can erase it and start over and make it work. And then once I've got a format I like, then I can make it a more of a printed one. Okay, so this is my cash wallet, my Savvycents Wallet. Yeah. Love this thing. And I looked the other day, I actually purchased it in like October 2019. So I've had it for 2 years, which was cool. I love it. I love it. I reorganized my envelopes a little bit because I used to have them in alphabetical order, and that meant pets was over on this side. But I put them back to where the categories I use the most are on this side, and then the one that I very rarely use will be on this side. So gas and fuel should have $15 left. And 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's for the rest of the month. Groceries has nothing left. Household has nothing left. Personal has nothing left. Pets has nothing left. And miscellaneous has $1. So I've got $15 left to last me for the rest of the month. But that should be fine because I do have my gas tank's getting a little low. Because I've been driving a little bit more than I normally do because I took my grandma to her appointment. And I went a couple different places this week. But I can put the $15 in my car, no big deal. But I have a pantry full of food. I've got a fridge full of milk and cheese and stuff. Cupboards, everything's full. I don't need anything for personal care. Pets should be fine. Everything should be covered at least until the 1st of November. I won't be doing an order right on the 1st, but at least, that's when I will be funding my envelopes again. So for my freedom fund, which is my version of a sinking fund, auto fund is empty, entertainment fund is empty, gifts fund has $40 in there. That's for a birthday that's this week. And then for personal care, which I need to rename this hair care, but whatever, there's $20 left. And that should be going towards my next hair appointment in December, but I may end up using it for some skincare products this week. We'll see. My pet fund is empty, shopping fund is empty, and my travel fund is empty, and so is my contingency fund. These will start getting funded here soon since I'm starting to get overtime. I just haven't done it yet. And then I think the last thing we'll go through is, this is my back to bank pouch. I love this thing too. Everything I have, I've had for like 2 years. I shouldn't say everything. These 3 items I've had for 2 years, and I really like them. I've had them for different reasons, and I've tried different things over the time, but I think I've found the system that works for me as far as like this part goes. The tracking, the paper, and all that stuff is up in the air. But okay, so I have, these are my fabric envelopes that I purchased from Amazon a couple years ago. They're magnetic, which I love. They work really well in my guest wallet when I use that one, but I haven't used that in a couple years. So what I do is I put each denomination in a different one. So there's $244 in here to go back to the bank. So that needs to be taken into account when I look at my accounts, because I've been paying my credit cards in full. I just paid them today, and I keep forgetting to, well, I don't forget to, but I just haven't taken this to the bank yet. So I actually have more funds available than I think I do, because I've been taking money out of my checking account to pay my credit cards without putting the money from my cash envelopes into the bank. So again, this is the first month doing it this way. I really like doing the monthly budgeting, but it is going to be a bit of an adjustment period. And so by January, I should have everything figured out, but it's going to be a little bit crazy pants until we get that far. So, okay, so really quickly, one more thing we'll go through. So cash, I need to update that one. That one's out of date. My Capital and MasterCard's also out of date. Oh wait, no, it's not. Okay, that one has $179.86. Right now it's $169.86, and I actually paid that this morning. There's a $10 charge that's pending. That's for the gas from Walmart from Wednesday. So once that goes through, I'll pay that $10 on that account. And so the credit card it's paid in full as far as everything that I've had actually charged to me. And then my Capital One 360 checking account has $193.45 in it, but that is going to pay my Capital One credit card. So there'll only be like $13 left once it's done. And then my Capital One savings account doesn't have anything in it right now. My main checking account, I think that's accurate. Oh no, because I haven't put my paycheck on here. So on the 19th, this is out of date. So just ignore that one. Freedom Savings, blah, blah, blah. Discover card. So my Discover card had a balance of $27.44 as of today. That's for the Amazon purchase earlier in the week. And I did pay that today for my checking account. My Venmo debit card had a balance of $87, not balance, but had available funds of $87.28. However, my Venmo Visa had a balance of $35.18. So I used this $87.28 to pay the $35.18. So that'll have less in it. So anyway, apologies for that not being a little bit more cut and dried, but again, this is a brand new process for me, and I'm still trying to find something that works. The whole paper thing, I've never done weekly check-ins, and I'm really enjoying doing it, but trying to figure out a system, because I use one app, which for my digital, like it tracks all of my checking accounts and my savings accounts and my credit cards, and it's all in one, but it doesn't track my cash, because I do that in a different app. And so trying to find the balance between the two. And then the other thing is my Venmo Visa card isn't linked to that app. And so when I'm checking everything, I can't see those charges. But since I just switched over to using my Capital One or my Discover card instead for everything, I can see those charges. And so I'm kind of counting the amount I'm using on my credit card and the amount I'm using in cash. So I'm basically looking at it twice. And so anyway, rambling, but I just want to let you know that I'm out of funds for the month. I mean, I have $1 in miscellaneous. I have $15 in gas, but at the same time, my bills are paid right now. My credit cards are paid. I've got enough in my accounts to cover me until the end of October. I did get paid yesterday. That money will be going towards November's expenses, and then I will probably have to use a little bit of my paycheck on the 5th of November to cover some of my November expenses. And then the rest will go to December's expenses. And then the next check in November will go to December. December is my 3 payday month. And so the first paycheck will go probably towards December's expenses. But then the second and third paycheck will go towards January. And then I should be a month ahead, especially because I am getting overtime. Normally the mandatory overtime doesn't start until November, but it's starting this next week, which I'm really excited about because I like the overtime. Plus it's just good to have the productivity and everything. I just like it. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys so much. I know I don't say it at all ever, and I don't mean to forget, but I talk to you guys as if we're having a phone conversation. I don't necessarily think of it as being a YouTube video, so I don't think about subscribers and all that stuff. But thank you for being a subscriber. Thank you for supporting me, even if you're not a subscriber, just for watching this video, sticking around, commenting. I really enjoy being able to see what you guys say, and I really have been, honestly, this has been really good for me, because in the past, with the, like for groceries, for example, if I had the cash in my wallet, I would spend the cash and that would be fine. But say I wanted to go get something from, I don't know, Subway or somewhere, I wouldn't care how much was in my budget. I would just go get it and then just pay for it and not worry about it. But because of this channel and sharing that information with you guys, I actually was very motivated to stick to my budget this month, because I did overspend on stocking up on things, but that $100 I gave myself at the beginning of October to last me till the end of October, I've been really motivated to stick to that, which has been fun, because I've been budgeting for 20 years, as I've probably said way too many times, but this is the first time in my life where things are working the way they are, where it's my bills are covered, I'm paying things on time or ahead of time. Everything's on auto pay except for rent, which I'm working on. So it's an interesting situation to be in. And I also am trying to rearrange my checking accounts and all my different accounts on what's going to pay what, so that I can have that be a little bit more streamlined, because I'm confusing myself with how I'm doing it. But I won't know which way is going to work until I try them all. So anyway, thank you so much for letting me chatterbox at you. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and it's too bad you're not here to enjoy the rain with us, but I'm going to go take Zeus for a walk in the rain. We're going to have a good time. He likes to go out there and just check out every single leaf he can find. He likes to smell the bushes and check out all the grass. So I just put my coat on, I actually listen to YouTube videos most of the time while I'm walking him, sometimes audiobooks, sometimes music, but I just let him ramble as long as he wants to, and then we come home and make dinner and move on our way. Thank you so much, you guys. Have a good night.